7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name is Okumuringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories this evening, let's have a look at what's happening in the headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Arua City commemorates World Refugee Day. Moni University launches the GIS-based monitoring solution for government projects application. And Ora Technical Institute holds the graduation ceremony after 38 years. This and more in the Nowcast News Bulletin. You're most welcome, viewer, and thank you for tuning in to the Nowcast only on West Nile Television. Let's dive straight into the stories that have made headlines today. Arua City has joined the development partners led by VNG International to commemorate the World Refugee Day celebration in Arua City on the 28th of June 2024 at the OPM grounds. Take a look.
Arua City joined hands together with the VNG International and other partners, mostly non-governmental organizations, to commemorate Refugee Day. This happened today, 28th of June 2024, within the city center, particularly at OPM ground. The commemoration witnessed refugees mostly in Arua City and other neighboring districts, the host communities, and also government officials turning up in great numbers to celebrate the day, which is under the theme of solidarity. Samuel Jibwa, Resident Program Manager VNG International, says VNG has partnered with the local government to support the refugees.
As VNG, our focus is strengthening local governance, and any challenges that local governments face, that is our interest, that is our concern. Refugees as an added population to the planning, the budgeting, and the service delivery pose a big challenge for local governments. And so we come in as partners to support these local governments dealing with the challenges that they are facing.
Solomon Osakan, Refugee Desk Officer, Arua City, thanked the other partners for joining hands to commemorate that day and laments on some of the achievements the host communities gain.
I would like to thank the development partners for ensuring that we commemorate this day. It is in the urban areas of Uganda that we will get the best social services and infrastructure. And refugees would also like to really benefit from this. Refugees also offer support to our development. For those who have built infrastructure like rentals here, refugees rent these facilities, they give you a source of viable income. For those who are doing business and need market, the refugees also provide market for their goods and services.
Representatives of both Kora and Sura also comment about the commemoration of the day.
I would like to give the word of appreciation to the government of Uganda under the leadership of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. We have achieved some of the things that we are not able to achieve from our country. We have the freedom that other refugees don't have in other countries outside there. We have the freedom to move wherever we want to move around Uganda. I thank him so much and pray for God to keep him for many more years again so that we can enjoy this peace unending.
The open door policy of Uganda is a definition of a solidarity that is being spoken today. So for us who are here, we know what it means being in Uganda. I've traveled to more than 2 countries in Africa to see the refugee life which is there. But I want to confirm to you today that the refugee life in Uganda is paradise.
Charles Ichogor, the resident city commissioner, Arua City, applauds the pupils for their brilliant performances during the commemoration and condemned discrimination against refugees.
These younger boys and girls you saw performing here giving us poems. I would like to assure you they are going to be ambassadors for peace in their respective countries. Where a refugee's rights are violated, kindly report to my office and I will handle that matter expeditiously.
Uganda has the largest population of refugees in Africa, with a population of over 1.6 million, with 55% all immigrants from South Sudan, and our city has the highest number of urban refugees. Oraku Benson Pastore, Fancy, West Nile Television Nilecast.
Moving on in our stories this evening, Moon University launched the GIS monitoring solution for government projects application invented by a team of researchers attached to the Moon University Research and Innovation Fund, funded by the government of Uganda, aimed at addressing issues concerning monitoring and evaluation of the parish development model in Arua City. Take a look. On the 26th of June 2024, Moon University launched the GIS monitoring solution for government projects application invented by a team of scientists attached to Moon University Research and Innovation Fund, funded by the government of Uganda, aimed at addressing issues concerning monitoring and evaluation of the parish development model in Arua City. The GIS monitoring solution for government projects application was launched at Moon University Science Block Conference Hall in Arua City, attracting representatives of the Arua City local government, the resident city commissioner, and the administrators of Moon University, led by the Associate Professor Anguma Simon Katrini, the Vice Chancellor of Moon University, who officially launched the application.
The NILE 0203 project entitled GIS-based monitoring solutions for parish development model implementation in Uganda officially launched.
Dr. Geoffrey Andoga, the project head of GIS-based solution for government projects, stated that there has been challenges of monitoring and evaluation of government solutions, and the traditional methods of transversing all project sites have been time-consuming and expensive to maintain. He further stated that to address these challenges, the state-of-the-art GIS monitoring solution for government projects application was created to revolutionize how government programs are monitored and evaluated.
The Uganda government has embarked on this ambitious plan to enroll at least one PDM project annually in each of the 10,595 parishes, and aiming to implement this staggering 52,975 projects over the 5-year period starting from 2021 to 2026. While these initiatives are commendable and hold great promises for the socio-economic transformation of our communities, they also present significant challenges in terms of monitoring and evaluation. The traditional methods of transversing all project sites are both time-consuming and costly, and creating substantial budget and logistical constraints. Therefore, to address these challenges, our project has developed a state-of-the-art GIS-based solution that will revolutionize how we monitor and evaluate development projects.
Charles Ichogor, the Arua resident city commissioner, thanked the government of Uganda for supporting Moon University's endeavor to create the GIS-based monitoring solution for government projects aimed at easing monitoring and evaluation of the parish development model.
The university has added value to the implementation of PDM, especially here in Arua City, and there will be a multiplier effect to the entire country. This is what made it simple. I can now monitor PDM even when I'm at my village looking after cattle. The launch has started today. We are like to inform that the training will come sooner than later. I will come with all my team. You know, our topic is monitoring government programs. We have added value to government. The government gave you resources. These are resources well spent. Well spent. I would like to thank the government of Uganda through His Excellency General Yoweri Museveni for providing funding to the research institutions, most especially Moody University.
Associate Professor Anguma Simon Katrini, the Vice Chancellor of Mooney University, stated that this application is a long-awaited tool that will enable the parish development model officials to effectively monitor and evaluate the performance of the parish development model and aid in policy shifts.
I start by congratulating the team that wrote the winning proposal, in which they are seeking to provide a real-time monitoring and evaluation tool for PDM projects. Congratulations. This, to me, is a long-awaited tool needed by government to monitor the performance of these PDM projects. This project will therefore provide the required tool for government to monitor and evaluate the performance of PDM projects. It will further aid in policy shifts, because when you are monitoring, you see certain changes coming out as a result of previous policy mechanisms. It can involve policy shifts in the management of PDM. These policy shifts can be occasioned by changes in direction by the beneficiaries. Besides, it will make it easy for providing corrective measures and guidance in good time in case of mismanagement of PDM projects. I once again thank the team from Arua City, led by the RCC, for their physical presence at this launch. Thank you very much, our researchers, for an excellent innovation. The University Council and the management are fully committed to offering the requisite leadership in providing local solutions to our local problems. We stand with the government of Uganda and the leadership of His Excellency Yoweri Museveni in contributing through research for achieving the objects of our National Vision 2040.
Mooney University received its first funding for research projects from the government of Uganda worth 1 billion shillings in 2022 and received an increase in the second funding for the financial year 2023-2024. The GIS-based monitoring solution for government projects under the Mooney University Research and Innovation Fund will address challenges of monitoring and evaluation of government projects, aiding in effective evaluation of parish development model performance in Arua City. Okumuringa Christine, Benson Pastore, for West Nile Television, Nilecast. Over 1,000 students at Ora Technical Institute have today on the 28th of June 2024 graduated in different components like mechanics, electrical installation, plumbing, carpentry and joinery, among others, in a ceremony held for the first time in history. Alfred Jawok has more.
In a bid to transform lives through skills empowerment in communities, over 1,000 students at Ora Technical Institute have today, 28th June 2024, graduated in different components like mechanics, electrical installation, plumbing, carpentry and joinery, among others, in a ceremony held for the first time in history. Mr. Okoda Wikili Buka, the principal of Ora Technical Institute, outlined some of the challenges the institution is going through, like fencing of the school, inadequate staffing, among others. Mr. Koda said this should be an eye-opener to change narratives of people in Greater Nebi to embrace technical institutions for the youths to gain skills. He further said they have registered drastic improvement in enrollment of girls this year compared to the previous years.
The number on Board of Governors payroll is so big that it sometimes affects our financial performance. I therefore call upon the Ministry of Education and Sports to consider filling all these critical gaps so that we maintain our level of commitment and hard work in training our dear young ones.
Anne Mwachan, one of the graduates from Pakwach District who offered bricklaying and concrete practice craft courses, narrated how successful she went through the training and now working to earn a living.
I'm very delighted because it's the first of its kind. Well, never expected this. So all in all, I'm very, I can't explain, but it's just extremely overwhelming. Well, I want to thank all my parents, my guardians, and all the instructors, plus the God Almighty for having enabled me succeed up to this far. I know this is not where I'm going to stop anyway. I have plans, though not I personally, with the help of God and my parents, to at least go far, not only stop here.
However, Honorable Christine Grace Freedom, the Senior Presidential Advisor on Performances of NGOs in Uganda, encouraged the graduates to enroll for more skills knowledge, and these will expose them outside the country for other opportunities.
Because if we were graduating every year, we would be mobilizing our children also every year. And I would like to say and encourage us, because some people think this way, the mindset of some people think that coming to a technical school is only when you are a failure. If you are clever and you pass well, you should go to secondary school, S4, then go to S6, then go to university. No. Education and our path for development is various. It's not a straight line.
Meanwhile, Major General Dikulum, the Chairman Board of Governors Ora Technical Institute, appealed to the government through Mr. Onesimus Oyesige to fulfill the requirements of acquiring heavy-duty machines so that training becomes more complete and practical in nature at the institute.
And since the onset of the institution, we have not been able to organize for this great remarkable occasion due to unavoidable circumstances beyond our control. But thank God, today it is on. I therefore want to thank specifically the principal and his team, the team of instructors, the teachers, the lecturers, for all the efforts they have made, they have endeavored to see to it that this graduation ceremony comes to reality today.
Mr. Onesimus Oyesige, the Executive Secretary UBTEP, who was the chief guest, urged West Nile people to appreciate the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for eradicating poverty through hand skills, especially youths across the country. Oyesige urged the graduates to be problem solvers and prove their talents in the field.
That our students, when they are here, they should do something which they expected to do in the field. And these projects enhance skills acquisition and also the trainees' confidence to do even better. I was talking to the principal. Those who gave him the other, if they had added on and the grader and the rest, he can work on these roads himself, but unfortunately he doesn't have.
Ora Technical Institute was established in 1985 under Catholic Foundation, and it is currently having an enrollment of 257 continuing students. The graduation ceremony was graced by parents, members of parliament, Deputy RDC Zombo, Local Council 5 Chairperson Zombo District, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Moving on to Moyo District, during the launch of the Olu Alu I Can We Can campaign at Moyo Boys Primary School playgrounds, it was revealed that 56% of women between the age of 15 and 49 years register gender-based violence in the communities, and 25% of the girl child get pregnant while in their teenage years in Uganda, which leads to the higher rate of school dropout in the country. Okumu Dominic has more on this story.
The launch brought in a handful of education and other stakeholders in the districts of Moyo and Obongi, where the campaign runs, to witness the occasion and share ideas on how to address the challenges facing the adolescents, such as menstruation challenges, early child marriages, financial literacy, gender-based violence, and leadership, so that the adolescents will remain in school and achieve their dreams. Mr. Madara Bosco, the Principal Human Resource Officer, Moyo District, who represented the Chief Administrative Officer officer as a chief guest during the launch, said, according to the statistic, 56% of women between the age of 15 to 49 years register gender-based violence in the communities, with 25% rate of teenage pregnancy in Uganda, which is the highest in the sub-Saharan Africa, and 40% school dropout rate in primary and 30% school dropout rate in secondary, something which he said needs concerted effort.
You will find that 56% of women aged 15 to 49 report issues of gender-based violence in our communities. There's 25% teenage pregnancy rate, which is the highest in Uganda, which is the highest in sub-Saharan Africa.
Honorable Aleruto Mwaza, the Member of Parliament for West Moyo County, said, for the adolescents to be saved from the alarming danger, there is need for the parents, teachers and the entire community members to come out clear on the challenges facing the adolescents. He, however, implored the government to consider enacting laws which are strict and implemented without any fear or favor, so that the adolescents will be able to realize their potential.
If the communities cannot come in, or stakeholders cannot come in to help these vulnerable people, then we are going to have a community or a site that is doomed, that may not achieve anything.
Honorable Anyanzo Terry Silton, the Secretary for Education and Social Services, Moyo District Local Government, urged the Oluwalu members to remain united, lead by example and act as a role model for their peers so that their peers can draw good example from them.
You need to be exemplary. When you are in the school, you remain in the school. Don't drop out. Don't marry at the early age. Don't involve yourself in doing nasty things.
Mr. Sekamwa Julian, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner Moyo, said the adolescents form the biggest population of Uganda, therefore implored the district leaders to link them to various government programs so that they can benefit.
Many things are being packaged, very many programs are being brought on board, and very many of them are targeting the age group of our adolescents. They form the biggest population of Uganda.
Mr. Edema Wilson, the district sports officer who represented the district education officer Moyo, lauded Aga Khan Foundation for supporting the vision of education ministry, which aims at keeping the adolescents in schools.
In the ministry, we always emphasize that children should go to school, stay in school, and complete school. And that's a very good vision that everybody should embrace.
Mr. Sekidole Willington, the programs manager Aga Khan Foundation, said the numerous challenges facing the adolescents affect both those in schools and outside school. He therefore implored the adolescents to take up the campaign so that they mobilize their peers and make the community rise up and fight against these vices.
These issues are affecting all the girls and boys, both in school and out of school. So we are looking at you as leaders to take this campaign on.
In 2022, as the country emerged from the COVID-19 pandemic, 72 adolescents, of which 60 girls and 12 boys from Obongi and Moyo districts, gathered together to chart a way out of the challenges they faced, which threatened the quality of life and their future. They perceived that education is a critical pillar for their lives, and their lives depends on education. It's upon this background that the Oluwalu I Can We Can campaign kicked off with the help of Aga Khan Foundation so as to ensure zero school dropout rate for adolescents and zero gender-based violence in the communities. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Moving on to Yumbe District, as rural areas continue to suffer from the challenges of access to internet coupled with the connectivity and network-related issues, Rock Telecom and USAID have partnered to eradicate the concerns through a deal aimed at easing international internet access with Yumbe and surrounding areas. Benson Pastore reports. As rural areas continue to suffer from the challenges of access to internet coupled with connectivity and network-related issues, Rock Telecom and USAID have partnered to eradicate the concerns in Yumbe District through a partnership deal. This was witnessed during the launch of the Rock Telecom Internet Service at Yumbe District Town Council, Bileu Ward, with the aim of easing internet access within Yumbe District and surrounding areas. Daniel Nirandutie, the missions director for USAID, said they are actually targeting rural areas and how community members will benefit from this initiative.
We're so delighted to be here in Yumbe today to launch this partnership with ROC, because as a United States government since 2012, when we launched our broad initiative to ensure that there is interoperable, open and secure internet connectivity around the world, and particularly in rural areas, we knew that partnership with ROC made the most sense, because ROC is helping bring internet closer to communities that need it the most. So through this partnership, we are planning to build 12 sites throughout Uganda, particularly in rural communities, so that a villager or a student in communities like Yumbe can access information that they need, can access information if you're a farmer on the prices of your goods, so you know when you're showing up at a market, you know how to market your goods. For the students, it's evident. Able to study, as I mentioned earlier, I was so delighted to participate and actually be active in one of these sites and to see how many students are learning and studying for certification for different kinds of exams. So access to information is transformational, and we believe that in order for us to maximize development impact here in Uganda, we must absolutely adapt technological tools. We must absolutely ensure that access to information is available to everyone, and we can only do that through internet connectivity.
Engineer Munji Arnold, head of UCC Universal and Access Fund, says they're looking forward to ensure they cover all over the country and also ensure that conducive environment for the entities.
This initiative is certainly not just a technological upgrade, but more about empowering the people to improve their well-being. And mostly in today's world where internet is no longer a luxury but a necessity, we believe that this network will go a long way in enhancing education, agriculture, health, business, but also as an enabler to ensure that our youth get jobs in these areas, and also provide a platform for innovation, like the Hello World colleague had mentioned. Mandated to facilitate the development of the communication sector in Uganda, UCC as the regulator under the guidance of our mother ministry of ICT and national guidance seeks to ensure that national coverage of communication services and products such as this one is extended across the country. And we are certainly laboring to do this through ensuring that there is a conducive legal and regulatory environment for the private sector to thrive.
Roger Sekasinga, the Chief Executive Officer, Rock Telecom, highlights to the public about their next plans and how it operates in relations to power issues.
As we begin to celebrate this milestone, I'm happy that Rock partnered with the Digital Invest program to vastly improve our infrastructure, and the plan is to go to 12 underserved communities. I was just talking to one of our guys, and he was telling me that we expect to have between 1,800 and 2,000 users per month per site. So that will bring another 25,000 users, close to 300,000 new users to the internet every year. So thank you to USAID once again for making this happen. We believe this technology is causing disruption everywhere. Our goal has always been to evolve from being a Kampala-centric or metropolitan-centric company to moving up country and helping transform communities such as this one. Our goal is to continue consistently addressing the digital challenges in the communities in which we serve. We're doing this by seeking partnerships such as Digital Invest that allow us to use blended finance like this model to accelerate our reach.
Muhammad Wellborn, the LC1 chairman, Rodriguez Cell, says community members are overwhelmed of this initiative and also says security for the network should be priority.
I want to take this initiative to say that Rock Telecom is welcome myself. The community are overwhelmed with this installation network. However, we shall also be looking forward to see that the security for the installation of the network is guaranteed. And this will not only be done by the community, but the partners who have brought the network in place. We shall sit down and then see the way how we are going to handle the issue of the security. For the purpose that since this is a money dump, and then it has to be secured from its destruction.
This initiative has come as a result of the marriage between Rock Telecom and USAID, with the intervention of expanding inclusive and sustainable internet access in underserved communities across Uganda, and Yumbe District happens to be one of its beneficiaries. Orako Benson Pastore, Okumurenga Christine, OS Nile Television, Nilecast. During the commissioning of 6 boreholes across Moyo District, it was revealed that the government of Uganda's plan is to improve on the access to clean water system so as to eliminate waterborne diseases among the citizens. Okumu Dominic reports.
The commissioning comes after the district completing to drill 6 boreholes in 4 sub-counties, namely Laropi, Aluru, Moyo and Lefori sub-county, under the local revenues mobilized by the district in a bid to provide access to clean water to the public in these areas. Mr. Gore Goffin, the resident district commissioner Moyo, during the commissioning said the government's plan is to improve on the access to clean water system for the citizens so as to prevent waterborne diseases. He further lauded Moyo district local government for implementing their plans in their budget, saying this will go a long way in addressing the water challenges facing the people in these areas.
We've witnessed the boreholes, they are all working, and this is very good. I want to ask the community that government's plan is to improve on clean water coverage. So these boreholes contribute to the well-being of citizens. And I want to ask the people to take advantage and use the clean water so that our health, our life is safe. I also want to thank Moyo District. So far, so good. I have seen that things which are budgeted for, things which are planned for, come to pass.
Honorable Andrew Richard Opeli, the Vice Chairman Local Council 5 Moyo District, appealed to the public to make proper use of the boreholes by forming water user committees and opening up accounts, which is specifically for the maintenance of the borehole so that it doesn't break down completely, adding that he is well aware that the 6 boreholes are not enough to serve the entire population in the district, and pledged that in the next financial year they will try their best to vote resources so as to add the number of boreholes to solve the water challenges across the district.
Appeal to the community so that they use the water very, very carefully. And also we have also instructed them to ensure that they open accounts to ensure that water user collections are put into bank for purpose of maintaining these boreholes. And we also told them in case they fail to maintain the boreholes very well, we will go on the ground to ensure that the water source is locked up by water engineering because of failure to maintain the water properly.
Mr. Vochiri Geoffrey, the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer Moyo, said the district spent over 150 million shillings to drill the 6 boreholes across the district, saying the funds are a combination of the District Development Fund, which they specifically allocated for drilling boreholes in areas where water had been a big problem, adding that the drilling of the boreholes has increased the percentage of access to clean water in the district to 73%.
The 152 million is a combination of what we call DDEG, Support the Decentralization Program, and then the normal water grant. So we compiled the normal water grant plus DDEG to deliver the water. As a district, we have a planning system. In 1 year, financial year, since our DDEG fund is small, we plan for 1 department.
Honorable Drami Caesar, The chairman, Local Council 3, Laropi Sub-County, lauded Moyo District for taking up the initiative to drill a borehole in his sub-county, saying for a very long time the people in the village have been lacking access to clean water, and this led to increase in waterborne disease and teenage pregnancy among young girls.
But up to date, people of this area has been suffering. They go for safe water, it's like about 3 kilometers away. So the girls of these areas, by those days, have really conceived on the way, because on the way they are coming back, the boys will just come and ambush them.
Mrs. Awongo Vicky, the Water Committee chairperson for Ramogi East Borehole, lauded the government for bringing the borehole closer to their homes, saying they have been going to fetch water at dawn because the women need clean water in their homes. They end up leaving their men in bed and go in search for the water.
Amanzo gameti 70 dok pasi aya mani ide jika difo disi kenyama duzode arisi seni dimu drisa ama balantiki jito ama dere tumati.
For a very long time, most parts of Moyo District has been experiencing challenges with clean water, especially along Nile Belt, Meto, Lefori, and some parts of the district, which caused untold suffering to the public, who oftenly suffer from waterborne diseases. It's upon this background that the district last financial year prioritized the drilling of boreholes in areas which are prone to water crisis, so that they provide clean water to the people and reduce on the disease burden in relation to lack of clean water across the district. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Of sports is getting very interesting. My name is Orak Benson Pastore. This is West Nile Television, and the program which is going on right now is called Nilecast. But I'm coming up with the segment of what is happening in the world of sports. I can confirm to you the regionals of the ball game 2 is currently going in Nyangilia, that side of Koboko municipality. The teams reported yesterday. It commenced today, and it will final climax on Tuesday. I promise I'll be in person to update you with how things have been transpired on that side and how things continues to transpire as far as Western Region Ball Game 2 for secondary school is concerned. Tomorrow I'll be able to update you with what continues to transpire. And at the same time, do you know what? Ugandan transfer is getting so interesting. Players are moving, contracts are getting done, and players are extending contracts. And also in Europe, I make sure that I always start with what continues to transpire in European Championship. But before we talk about that, let's first take a look at the playoff of the regionals to make the journey to FUFA Big League, the second tier of Ugandan football. You know, if I talk about that, most of the fans of West Nile will think about Paida Black Angels, because that is the only team from the soil of West Nile that is representing the region as far as the playoffs is concerned. Last weekend they had a game with the Northern Gateway of Lira. It ended in a barren draw. The reverse fixture was supposed to be played today, but it has been pushed ahead. That's on Sunday, this coming Sunday, because FUFA TV is having the game to be broadcasted live always on their television. That is the latest update I can give you as far as the game between Paida Black Angels and Northern Gateway is concerned. They were away to Lira, but the reverse fixture will be here in Western region, particularly in Greater Alu region and at Barokoro Stadium as Barokoro playing ground. That is the latest I can give you as far as that game is concerned. Not only that game, some teams have already sealed the ticket to FUFA Big League. One team I can confirm is Maida, or as you can say, Malaba Youth Development Association, after 2-0 win over Busei. The first leg of that game also over the weekend ended in a barren draw. Maida made sure that they had to seal the win by winning it 2-0 over Busei. They will be playing next week. They will be playing next season in FUFA FUFA Big League. And the Pro Line, surprisingly, of course, lost into the hands of Ndugaseze. The game ended by 3-2. Also, the reverse fixer after Pro Line winning the first league by 2-1 over last week. Now, Pro Line, of course, being knocked out, and Ndugaseze will, of course, be representing that's the Kampala region as far as FUFA Big League is concerned next season. And also, as I said, Paida with the Northern Gateway is still pending. Everyone is waiting to see which team, of course, will be representing Northern region as far as 2024/2025 season of FUFA Big League is concerned. And let's drop that one there. Of course, I will simply be updating you with the draws of the round of 16 of European Champions, because the group stages are done. The games are actually commencing tomorrow, and the round of 16 will climax on Tuesday. And tomorrow, the round of 16 shall be opened by the game between Switzerland and Italy. This game will be at 7 p.m. East African time. And then tomorrow at 10 p.m. East African time, that's when you will see the host nation German tussle it out with Denmark. And then on Sunday, England will be taking on Slovakia at 7 p.m. And then at 10 p.m. Spain will be taking on Georgia. And then on Monday next week, we'll be having 2 games on card. France will be taking on Belgium. This game will be at 7 p.m. East African time. Then at 4 p.m., that's when you will be seeing Portugal of Cristiano Ronaldo taking on Slovenia. And then on Tuesday, 2 games will also be on the card. Romania will entertain Netherlands, and lastly, this game will be at 7 p.m. Then at 4 p.m. you will be expecting a game between Turkey and Austria. I've already given you the schedules, the timetable. What is remaining for you as a viewer or as a sports lover is to mark your calendar, and that one brings us to the closer of the sports news right now. Let's link up again tomorrow.
Thank you, Rako Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight under the NILE Sports Edition only on West Nile Television. And with that, that marks the